everyone, I am making a video that I never thought I would make. A bit nervous. I hope no one's watching me right now, it's fine. Yeah, I am making a video I never thought I'd make because I'm very much the person that, like, when I tell myself I'm never gonna read a book, it usually sticks. I don't usually change my mind. You know, when I decide I don't think I'll ever read that book, a lot of the time I won't, because that's just me. I've made up my mind. Lo and behold, I thought I would never read A Little Life. Never. It just never seemed like something I would read. I knew that it was a big ass book. I wasn't sure if it was my kind of thing. And obviously, if you guys have heard of A Little Life, you'll know that apparently it is like crazy triggering. It's got like 50 trigger warnings. It is extremely emotional and heartbreaking. It's just a really, really intense book. I did actually search up the trigger warnings. I don't personally get triggered by anything that I know of, so I should be fine. There was a good list. There was a good trigger warning list. Many things. So this is going to be an experience, and it is an experience that I am going to bring you with me. Why wouldn't I? So here it is. Chunky. It's like 800 pages. I don't know how quickly I'm going to read it. I think it's going to be a side book that I'm going to be reading for the next couple weeks, like on the side to all of my other books. So that's all for now. I'll update you guys when I start reading it. Good morning, everybody. It is a few days later now, and I just reached the second part of A Little Life. So I don't know if I showed you guys at the beginning, but there's basically like 7 parts. So this is the contents, and there are 7 parts. So I just finished part 1, which was Lisbonard Street. Now I'm on to part 2, which is The Postman. And that is on page 83. So I've read 83 pages in a couple of days. So far, you know what? I'm actually really enjoying it. This book is extremely character driven. That was what I was told going into it, and I definitely agree. There is not much plot to it. A lot of it is just a big ass book about these characters' lives, and it is about 4 boys who live together in New York City, and it's just their life and them growing up. This first 80 pages has mostly just been like getting to know the characters a little bit, and like what they like and what they do, and a little bit of the dynamic of their friendship. So it's really beautiful. It's written really nicely, and you can just tell that there are some heartbreaking things coming up. I have actually just been watching a couple reading vlogs on YouTube about people reading A Little Life, and I think I'm just getting myself more and more scared for getting deeper into this book. But that being said, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned to you guys about the long list of trigger warnings. Please don't mistake this video for me encouraging you guys to read this. I know it is a very traumatizing book, and it will get a lot worse. And there is a good list of about 20 triggers. So search them up before you even think about reading this, and do not mistake this video as me encouraging you to read this. I'm doing this for entertainment purposes only. This book is 100% not for everyone. That being said, if you do wish to read it, just be prepared. But you know what? I'm really enjoying it. And wish me luck on part 2. There was only like a little bit of sadness in part 1, but I know it's coming. Hi guys. Okay, first of all, look at my kitty cat. She's all tucked up in bed. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. Okay, sorry. Let me just start off by saying I don't know what's gonna hit me. I don't know what's gonna hit me. I'm that far through. I am 153 pages in to like how much is it? 718 page book. So I'm basically like a seventh of the way through and I'm already depressed. I already teared up. Like I didn't like cry, but like tears welled up in my eyes. So anyway, it's like 10 o'clock at night right now. Why did I choose to read this book? Now I'm just sad. I'm just sad. You look how I feel, babes. You look how I feel. Okay, it has officially been a week since I've started a little life, and I thought I'd give you a little 1 week update. So I'm actually getting really addicted to it now. Like I'm starting to read nearly like 80 pages a day of it, which is quite cool. Like 2 days ago I was at page like 120 and now I'm nearly at page 300, so I'm going really well. I don't think I'll have an issue finishing this in October. I actually think I'll finish this in the next week, hopefully, if I go at the pace I'm going currently. I've just hit part 4 because this book is split up into parts. Some parts are bigger than others. Like the part I just read was only like 60 pages. But the part I'm about to start is like 160 pages or something. Yeah. But anyways, at first when I started reading this, I could only read in really small increments. I found it really hard to read more than like 20 pages. But I can now sit down and like just binge like 80 to 100 pages and it's so good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm still very nervous because, you know, I've seen a lot, I've heard a lot, and I don't think I'm ready for it. But I think I'm just excited to like really get into it because it actually looks like I'm a fair way through now. So that's what I've read. Hanya Yanagihara makes you feel like these characters are like in your life. Like you feel like you know them personally. You know their deep dark secrets, you know everything about them, and everything is just so pure and raw, and it is just stunning. Hey guys, so I thought I would give another update. I have just finished part 4. Part 4, the axiom of equality, that's what the part was called. That was definitely the saddest it's been so far. That entire part, it was like 130 pages. That whole 130 pages was absolutely devastating. I've never ever read anything like that before, and I cried like 8 times. Like every time I was like, okay, I'm fine, I would just start sobbing again. I kind of just feel empty now. Like I'm fine, but I need to just put the book down and go watch something happy because I feel like I've cried all my tears, and I just... Anyway, I made some good progress. So that's what I've read now. So I'm officially past halfway. That's what I've got to go. I'm on page 427, which is fun. And the next part, which I'm up to, is called The Happy Years. I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe that title for a second. I don't think anything about that part is going to be happy, but you never know. Could surprise me. we'll find out, I suppose. I do want to get stuck into that part because I'm really intrigued why it's called the happy years. So I'm gonna give myself a couple of hours to watch something that'll make me happy. And then I'll come back to it when my emotions are a bit more intact. Time has come, guys. Oh, the time has come. I have about 93 pages to go. Yes, wow, I actually can't believe it's happened so soon. I was literally on page 200 yesterday and I'm now on page 630. So that's pretty good. I've managed to read like 400 pages in the last day. That's awesome. I've just finished The Happy Years, which wasn't particularly happy, to be honest. Gonna be honest with you guys. Bit of a scam. However, I didn't cry. At least that's something. Obviously, the axiom of equality hit me the hardest, as we've noticed. I bawled my eyes out for a good like half an hour during that part. I am now up to part 5, which is Dear Comrade. And I guess now that I'm really nearing towards the end, I am a bit nervous. Something has like just happened right at the end of the happy years, and thought I was going to take a break and come back to this later, but I might have to keep going. It's like 5:30 in the afternoon and I need to cook dinner in about an hour. And I don't think I'll be able to finish it in an hour because this book takes me a little longer to read than like the average book, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, it is part 6. Okay. Dear Comrade, part 6. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've cried a lot in the past 24 hours. I don't know why I decided to, but last night, after reading like 300 pages of sadness of A Little Life, I decided then to watch Grey's Anatomy, which for those of you who have watched Grey's Anatomy, you'll know that like it's fucking sad as well. Not maybe as sad as A Little Life, but it's definitely sad. And I watched the season 5 finale. Again, if you guys have watched Grey's Anatomy, you'll know what happened in the season 5 finale. That killed me. So after crying for half an hour after A Little Life, I then cried for an hour after watching Grey's Anatomy. So it was a pretty depressing evening last night. And have had a pretty okay day today. Haven't done too much. And I'm now going to ruin my nice day by probably crying for a while after this. Wish me luck. On to part 6 we go. I literally only just started this part 2 minutes ago. I've read 4 pages. What the fuck? What the fuck? I hate this book. Oh my god. I've got less than 20 pages to go. I'm up to the last part, which is called the same as the first part, Lisbonard Street. I'm nervous as hell. Hello everyone, welcome back to my car, right where we begun this video. So it is a few days later now. That was brutal. I didn't really have the mental stability to end the video and do my little review right after I finished the book, as you guys can probably tell. I was an emotional wreck. I can't believe how much I sobbed after that, and I also had to cook myself dinner straight afterwards. I was literally like distraught cooking dinner that night. One absolute emotional roller coaster. I tell you what, that was absolutely insane, and not in a good way. Don't get me wrong, I love a book like that. I love books that make me emotional. I love books that, you know, make me not take my life for granted. I absolutely loved the characters. I fell in love with the whole story, all the characters. Oh my god, it was phenomenal. But in saying that, I am going to reiterate to you guys that I am not recommending this book to anyone. If you would like to pick this up, please do so at your own discretion, and please, please, please look up the trigger warnings. Anyways, I loved it. I hated it. I cried. I sobbed. A Little Life. Wow. It was not at all what I expected it to be. I don't know what I expected it to be. I didn't really think much before I even bought it. I just kind of thought, you know what? I told myself I wouldn't read it, but I'm going to, and I ordered it and I read it, and I didn't look at much about it beforehand. All I knew was that it was really upsetting. And now here we are in the aftermath. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of emotions, and but that is it for this video. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.